Well, hello again, friends. Here we are at another season of Bars Closed. This one's going to be different. At least from last season, which is the only season, so it can't be anything but different, but here we are. So, motherfuckers, what a run, man. I'm still here in Story, Wyoming. Pretty much running solo in my life. I got my boys here, as I mentioned before, but other than that, I have walking a pretty fucking lonely path. They like to call it solitary life. It's a little easier than to say than lonely. And as we left off last season, I was able to really walk through and go through that duality battle of what I want, what I don't want, why I want it, why I don't want it, why I did it, why I don't do it. Can I still handle it? Will I be able to handle it? All that shit, man. But right now I can tell you, today, once again, is a quiet 60 days sober. So there was a little time there from the last episode in between the day of February 22nd when I stopped drinking again. So today is April 22nd. And at this time, I am another 60 days sober, although you guys weren't there with me every single day on this one. I was on this one on my own. And that's one of the powerful parts of this is that, it's often what you do quietly that has the most powerful impact in your life. And this I felt pretty profoundly this go around. Some other things that really kind of have really flowed out on this particular last time is that when I left the last episode, I was doing a lot of forgiving of myself. And through this last 60 to 90 days, I've been doing everything I can to forgive others. And that's kind of what I'm going to start walking through is the path of forgiveness, the path of healing. Because that's really what a lot of this comes down to is personal healing. It's being set out all over the world. People are talking about healing, what it means to be healed. That we need to heal. What is the outcome of healing? How do you go about healing? How do you know you need healing? And I can tell you for me, that was definitely what was set up for me to go through this last year. And in order to continue to do that, I've got a lot more forgiveness that I got to do because I can tell you right now, I've lost to just about every single person who was closest to me in my life. This season's going to be really getting down to the nitty gritty of a tell-all of what the fuck just happened to me in the last year, because 1 year ago, I was down in Costa Rica. And for all intents and purposes, my entire world crumbled, fell apart, melted, blew up. And every single possible fucking emotional dagger and wound and bomb, atomic bomb and knives and fire and storms and end of the world apocalypse kind of shit came to fruition. And it's kind of a really fucking weird thing to happen to you when you actually spend your whole life trying to guard yourself from all your worst fears happening, and they all do. I lost my mom. I lost my sister. I lost my girlfriend. I lost my best friends. I lost my closest nanny friend who ultimately helped me raise my children. It just goes on. The list goes on. I lost just recently even. My uncles just bowed out. More and more family, more and more friends. It just goes on and on and on. And this part has nothing to do with drinking. That's really the fun part, to really get to the bottom of is where and how did this all begin? So I'm going to walk into this season just coming to the mic. I'm not going to pre-think anything. I don't really, my energy isn't anxious. I now don't drink, right? Like there's no, can I get through another day? Because at the moment I don't have any interest in drinking. I have no cravings in drinking. I don't want to fucking drink because the risk versus the reward just doesn't make any sense for one. For two, I have to walk through these feelings sober and clear-minded in order to get to the places that I really desire going, which is a higher frequency way of life, and which is a heart full of love that I can share with others and that I can receive from others. So this season will be a tell-all from the beginnings of my world crumbling back in February 5th, 1972, when I was born, to my world crumbling February 5th, 2021, when my girlfriend broke up with me, to my years crumbling all in between until now, and me just making believe that it wasn't happening and wondering why the fuck it was and how to protect myself from it. So here we go. Season 2. Bar is closed. It won't be a daily journal, but it'll be real. Hope you join me. Ciao for now.